Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Eric Morton, and here is the news for December 23rd, 2022. A new sign inside the Holiday Tribute Department Store at Universal Studios Florida points to the seasonal store moving from New York to Hollywood with its next iteration. The sign is a prop flyer on the counter at the exit of the store. This is where hints to future tribute stores often are known to show up. The flyer is for Tribute Moving Company. It says, need help moving? Act now. Don't hesitate to call. Any time of day, we are here for you from New York to Hollywood. We deliver anywhere. Stop by for a consultation today. The most likely place for the new store in Hollywood then would be in the space used by Williams of Hollywood and Darkroom at the in the UOAP Lounge. The Williams of Hollywood prop shop closed in June. The Darkroom announced its permanent closure a few months later. It was then announced that the adjacent UOAP Lounge would be moving, leaving 3 neighboring facades open for a spacious tribute store. We noticed during Halloween Horror Nights that walls had been knocked down between Williams of Hollywood and the Darkroom, and we assume the next walls to fall will be the ones connecting Darkroom to the UOAP Lounge. With this flyer being placed on the Orlando Preview Center, we're curious maybe if the tribute store location now could be hinting at something epic to come. Maybe the location of the old tribute store is going to be the location for the new Epic Universe Preview Center. Who knows? The current tribute store is the old extended queue for Revenge of the Mummy, so it is possible the store is moving to give more queue space as well. But we hope that something bigger and better is coming. Stay tuned to Universal Parks News Today for more updates, and let us know in the comments what you think of the tribute store's big move, and if you'd like to see an Epic Universe Preview Center in the future. A woman in a wheelchair had 2 bags of stolen Universal Orlando merchandise hidden under a Grinch blanket on her lap, according to a new Orlando police report. The woman, however, wasn't arrested or charged with the crime, but a man in her company, Alexander Gill, was. Gill, 22 of Avon Park, was charged with third-degree felony grand theft for stealing items worth more than $750, according to Orange Circuit Court records. The incident happened on November 4th at Universal Orlando Resort. The woman and Gill were inside the Universal Studios store when a loss prevention officer noticed Gill take a retro pin set worth $16 from a display and then hide it in his back pants pocket in another location of the store, according to a newly released police report. Gill did not pay for the pin set, so the officer confronted him and requested the trinkets back. Gill and the woman in the wheelchair went with the officer to the investigations office. Well, that's where authorities realized the woman in a wheelchair had 2 bags of unpaid merchandise hidden under the Grinch blanket. The Grinch blanket, by the way, was also stolen. Gill had no receipts for any of this stuff. He was arrested for taking the Universal merchandise. All the stolen items, 41 items in total, were worth about $775. Jurassic Park River Adventure at Universal's Islands of Adventure will be closed for refurbishment starting on January 9th of 2023. It will remain closed through February 3rd, reopening to guests on February 4th. As a water ride, a winter refurbishment is pretty standard, and it likely won't see any major changes. Hurricane Ian did rip a hole in the side of the Jurassic Park River Adventure building, as you may recall, earlier in the fall, but the ride only closed for a few days while they repaired that. Meanwhile, Pteranodon Flyers in Jurassic Park will reopen on December 25th, Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Bingo Dino DNA. You can test your skills and win a new Mr. DNA plush at the Jurassic Park Training Zone in Universal's Islands of Adventure. You need to pop 2 balloons at the DNA sequencing skill game to win him, and you get 3 chances. The plush is a smaller prize than the previous Mr. DNA plush. That's the one we found in March of this year. Mr. DNA, of course, is from the Jurassic Park series. It was created to teach Jurassic Park tourists how InGen recreated dinosaurs. He's a DNA helix with arms, hands, and a happy face. The plush has a white background, and the DNA helix is made of red, yellow, and blue, and some white circles, too. It's all outlined in black. Check him out. He's pretty cool. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part is that their services are free. Visit www.nt.travel for details. Better make new plans if your Christmas involved a tropical getaway in Orlando, especially if that was at Universal's Volcano Bay water theme park, because, well, it will be closed from today, Friday, December 23rd, through Sunday, December 25th, due to cold temperatures. The forecast for the greater Orlando area is predicted to drop to about 47 degrees today, 48 degrees tomorrow. Though the water at the park is heated, it's not unusual for the area water parks to close when the forecast is under 70 degrees Fahrenheit. At the beginning of October, Dudley-Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls closed for an unplanned extensive refurbishment at Universal's Islands of Adventure. This week, it finally reopened. The log wall at the entrance to the queue is now painted orange instead of the previous red color. This was the annual refurbishment, by the way, for this attraction. It's not unusual, but it was started earlier than normal because of presumably some damage from Hurricane Ian in the fall. The Canadian Mountie from the classic program, The Rocky and Bullwinkle Show, he takes center stage in this log flume ride in which Dudley-Do-Right must ride through a sawmill to rescue his beloved Nell from the dastardly Snidely Whiplash. While the characters may not be familiar to the modern generation, the 75-foot flume, well, that might be enough to keep you soaked and entertained for the rest of the day. Around a year ago, Universal Studios Japan teased their new daytime No Limit parade, which will feature units for Mario Kart and Pokémon, among others. Now the park has finally announced the parade's debut, which is going to be starting March 1st of 2023. Guests can enjoy the No Limit Parade daily around the parade route of Universal Studios Japan. The No Limit Parade is the first parade in the history of theme parks to feature both a Mario float and a Pokemon float all in one parade. I guess that's a cool flex, guys. It also features the largest lineup of characters in Universal Studios Japan's history. This spectacular parade will bring together popular characters loved by young and old alike, including Minions, the singers from Sing, Snoopy and his Peanuts friends, Sesame Street, Hello Kitty, and many others. Special viewing area at Gramercy Park will be available starting at 1,300 yen. That's about $9.76. And it will be changing day by day, where guests will be surrounded during the show by Mario, Pokemon, and Minions. Pre-purchase begins online and at Lawson convenience stores nationwide on January 5th. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, click that bell for notifications, and make sure to hit select all notifications so that you never miss an episode of News Today with Universal Parks News Today. For UPNT, this is Eric Morton saying the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside as he and a panel of Disney superfans take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog. They'll tell you its history, details, and give their review, so you'll know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Wednesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube on WDWNT TV.